I set it for 1:18 p.m. or 1:15 p.m. Anyways, appreciate everybody for tuning in. I am just getting out of the car here in Eau Claire, Wisconsin. Not far from the Twin Cities. Short little drive for me over here. Please give it a like on your way in. Give it a thumbs up. If you're new, subscribe. Hit the bell notification so you don't miss a live stream going forward. Let me grab my backpack. Kind of caught me off guard there. Trying to go live, or trying to set it up to go live later, and it went live a little bit sooner than I was expecting. Now, Vance isn't supposed to speak until 4:30 p.m. so I'm here pretty early, but I wanted to get here early just in case it was going to be, hard to park or something like that. Anyhow, there is a line over there, so I'll show you guys that shortly. We're out here in like farmland, corn country, but I'll bring you guys coverage of what's going on out here. How you doing?
Hi.
Yes, please guys, give it a like on your way in and subscribe if you're new. Share it also, share it on social media. I'll show you guys what's going on here shortly. How are you? Hey Pam, how's it going? Let's see you here. Light switch, make sure you guys give it a thumbs up. How's it going?
Good.
I'll flip the camera around here shortly. We got a lot to talk about, you guys. Another assassination attempt on Trump. Oh, and also I apologize in advance if there's signal issues. It looks like I don't have that many bars out here. I should reset my phone just to get a signal. So I do have a signal, but it may not be that strong. But yeah, another assassination attempt on Trump. They're blaming Trump for it. And yeah, a lot going on. Seems like we're closer than ever to civil war. I mean, they're determined to unalive him at this point. So we'll get into that, but I'm gonna first just show you what's going on out here. Very quiet. Walking over towards the line. Let me flip it around just so you guys can get the vantage point. Again, this is in Eau Claire, Wisconsin. Vance is coming to speak. He'll be here at 4:30. I guess is when he speaks. They said the doors open at noon for people to go inside, which is why I wanted to get here by noon, but nobody's gone in yet. But yeah, pretty typical, like what I do at Trump rallies. I'm just gonna show you the line. We'll talk to some patriots out here. Now, on my drive out here, the majority of the signs I saw were Trump signs, and of course they were, yard signs, signs on the side of the highway. I did see a gigantic 53-foot trailer parked on the side of the road that said Harris Walls on it, and it looked like some of the campaign obviously paid for to make it look like Wisconsin is, at least the rural part of Wisconsin is for Harris Walls, which we know is a lie. But anyway, here's the line for Vance. Also, guys, I don't see any buses. Doesn't look like anyone was bussed in for this, so I'm gonna go ahead and say this is an organic line of people. And regarding the attempted assassination of Trump, I actually haven't followed the details of it, because for me the details are not really, they're more interesting than they are important. To me, the bottom line is they tried to kill Trump. That's all we know. That's all that matters to me, is like they're trying to kill Donald Trump because they don't want him to be president. Simple. It's that simple. And it's because of the rhetoric from the media calling him Hitler for the last 7 to 8 years. And for all the leftists out there that hate Trump, Why wouldn't you want to be the person that stopped Hitler, right? Ridiculous. Anyway, here's the front of the line. I guess we could just kind of watch the line as it grows. I wanted to, honestly, once I saw what the line looked like when I first got here and that there weren't a ton of cars and that the event hasn't opened, I figured I would wait till like 2, but like I said, the live stream kind of started a little prematurely, so we'll just document this line here, guys. Document all this. Remember, guys, if you're new, subscribe to this channel. This is what I do. I show the lines. It's growing.
This is a crowd, ain't it?
It's an authentic crowd too.
Yeah.
Nobody bust in.
Vance, man.
Yeah. So we'll show you the line as it grows, guys. Got some pages up here. Now the event is going to be over there. You can't really see it from here, but it's going to be an indoor event, so I don't know what the capacity is for it, but I imagine everybody here is going to get in, and however many people show up after that should still be able to get in. But let's go ahead and walk the line. Let's see what we got here.
Can you find the Secret Service?
I wish, right?
Where are you recording for?
Just an independent journalist, pretty much. I used to work for Right Side Broadcasting. They do all the Trump rallies.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, so I was,
Job.
yeah, and now I just do it independently, just on my YouTube channel.
You have fun.
Yeah.
So you're paparazzi?
I wouldn't say paparazzi. I'm one of the good guys here to document the line. This is I want people to see this is probably a longer line than Kamala Harris would get.
Oh, you're right.
Really?
Oh yeah. Yeah. I think her crowds are inauthentic. They're busting people
Well,
in.
that's what
It's
they're
not
saying.
real.
They bust a bunch in from Minnesota.
Yeah.
When she had it here, they bust in from Minnesota.
Yeah, they had that Boney Bear playing.
Oh, did she have a rally at this?
Yeah.
Where?
You know who that singer is? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Was that at this location?
Yeah.
Oh.
I think it was out by
I thought it was here.
Now, see, the funny thing is I only found out about this event because I'm subscribed to like Trump's website, so I can see where their events are, and I try to go if I'm close by. With Harris Walls, I would have loved to come to this and document it just to see what it is, but you can't even find their events on their website. You can't find any of they're not transparent with their voters, their supporters. I just think it's hilarious.
Keep
They don't.
everybody in dark like mushrooms and feed them shit. Now follow.
Yeah. She didn't even put policies on her campaign website until like a week ago.
That's what we're concerned about.
Yeah.
You can't find them anywhere.
Yeah.
So,
I've not seen them. They are on our website now?
No.
They are now, but they're still super vague, and they're mostly just platitudes and like empty statements like a new way forward, joy. I'm bringing joy back. What does that even mean? That's not a policy, you know?
Her normal speak thought,
Yeah, I just thought it was really interesting how there's no transparency whatsoever. If I would have known about the event they had here, I would have come here just to document the line, show the buses, show people were dropped off here, and
Well, I heard they had some kind of entertainment to a lot of people.
oh, I'm sure that's the
everybody
case
likes,
too.
all the Democrats like free stuff.
They do. Yeah.
They'll come for
Free
stuff.
concerts, yep,
Yeah. And it was the music. Yeah.
yep.
But we got real patriots here.
Yeah.
People are just, everybody we've talked to is just awesome.
I know.
Everyone's so nice,
Yeah.
like
yeah.
yeah.
You're a
Some
nice
of
guy.
us a little crazy, but overall we're pretty
We've
nice.
been out in the sun for a long time.
We're a little crazy.
Crazy about our country,
Yeah, that-
right?
Yeah. You might want to see this young man over here.
he's-
Have you been to a Trump rally before?
No, not as of lately. No.
Not as so you've never been, or
No,
just not lately?
Never been. Never been.
Well, I have a feeling he'll probably do at least one other rally in the state before the election, probably several.
He brought his
He brought his
hillbilly
books.
elegy.
Oh, really?
Because, yeah.
For security. Yeah.
Security.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What made you? Did you grow up conservative or what?
Yes, very much so.
Yeah.
I grew up conservative, and now I hold more conservative beliefs upon doing further research into both parties.
Yeah, that's very interesting. Yeah, because when I was younger, when I was in college, I voted for Obama. Obama came to my school, like he came to my college. I was really excited, but I didn't know why, other than like, hey, it's the first black president. He's bringing all this energy. It feels good, but I didn't know anything about policy,
Right.
and yet I voted for him. And then the more educated I became about policies, the less I aligned with the left, the less I aligned with
You're
Democrats.
voting from the emotional side of your brain, and then
Yeah.
then your logic came and kicked in.
Yeah.
And you realize it's not.
We're gonna have them.
Oh, out in Colorado. I'm from Colorado. I grew up in Aurora, actually, where the Venezuelans are.
Happening now.
Things are happening. Yeah, my hometown. I got family back there that has confirmed everything that's going on out there with the Venezuelans. They're robbing jewelry stores.
That's scary stuff.
Yeah,
That's why we left Colorado back in 2019.
yeah.
Yeah, because it got so bad.
Oh, we're
Okay,
moving.
looks like you're going in.
Young man, thank
All right,
you. Thank
you're
you
welcome.
for everything you do.
You're welcome. Hey, enjoy it in there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yep, you're welcome. God bless. All right, so they open up the gates. People are gonna go in, and they're moving in pretty quickly. So I will wait and see. I'm gonna walk the line here as people go through, and then I assume there's gonna be some kind of line up there, and then I'll go in there and record. But I don't know if you got to go through security to go through there, and if you do, then I got to go back to the car because I got my backpack. I don't think they're letting bags in. So anyhow, give it a thumbs up, guys, if you haven't. Like this. Let's get this at least over 100 likes in the first 20 minutes of the stream. Yeah, document the line here. Got the merch over here. Yeah, so once people are inside, we'll see if they can actually congregate outside or if they're gonna funnel everybody into the building. Yeah, let's go. Hey. Hey, let's go. Make America great again.
Yeah, man.
Take back our country. Let's go. Make America great again. How's it going? How's it going? Hello? How's it going? Give it a thumbs up, guys, if you would. If you just tune in. Subscribe if you're new. Hit the notifications so you don't miss a live stream.
What is there, brother?
Oh yeah, let's go. Hey. Yep. How's it going? So we're approaching the end of the line here. Hey. Yeah.
How you doing?
Good, and you? Okay, we're at the end of the line here. Again, it's still very early. I think it's 1:15 Central Time. He's not speaking for another 3 hours. But
Over 250 people.
and counting,
Yes,
it's
and
going.
counting.
Yeah.
Brandy. It's perfect timing.
Beautiful day out here.
We're not too happy.
Okay, so now I'm just gonna hang back, guys, for a second. I want to see once because they're moving people in pretty quickly, so that tells me they're not doing security screenings right here at this gate, or it'd be moving way slower. I'm just waiting to see what the line situation will look like inside because I'm probably not going into the event. I just want to know, do I have to go through security to get into the area where everyone's going? TBD on that, but appreciate everybody for tuning in. Now back to this assassination attempt. I mean, all I know is the basics. I really don't need to know anything other than the fact that they are trying to end his life to prevent him from taking the White House. That's panic. I think the biggest reason they're so angry now is because every single other attempt they've tried to discredit him, to make people abandon him, has failed, right? They started with saying, oh, he's a xenophobe. He doesn't, back in 2016, right? Oh, he's a xenophobe. He doesn't like immigrants, right? They started with that. Then they called him racist. Then they called him neo-Nazi, white nationalist. Remember, they were like, nationalism is bad and all this other stuff. And he's a fascist, blah, blah, blah. They tried impeachment, Russia collusion. They tried raiding his mansion, indicting him, arresting him, tried to shoot him once, you know, calling him a felon. Ooh, buzzword. They don't even call him a felon anymore because it doesn't, nobody cares. They abandoned that. And they're just so angry because nothing they say, nothing they do, nothing they try sticks. None of it. People want to see Donald Trump reelected to the White House because we know what the country was like when he was in office. And for the people who weren't on board with Trump in 2016 or 2020, guess why they're on board now? Because they have something to compare it to, right? In Trump's first term, they didn't really have much to compare it to. We're coming out of the Obama years. He had 8 years in office. So they weren't really looking at it as Trump versus Obama. But once Biden got in office, they were able to look back and see, well, how were things in 2017, 2018, and 2019? Did I have more money in my pocket? Was I better off? How are things going now? Do I want 4 more years of this? People can see the difference now. And they want change. There are plenty of people, and I know them, I'm related to them, that are voting for Trump. And a lot of them don't necessarily care for him. They're not going to get a MAGA hat. They're not going to come to an event like this. They want to see their country go back to the way it was. You notice how when Kamala Harris says we're not going back, she's not specific about what that means. And yet all those SEALs just repeat it. We're not going back. We're not going back. Oh, not going back to what exactly? See, it's all about just vagueness. Her entire campaign hinges on people not knowing who she is. That's what Kamala is all about. People not knowing who she is. Okay. I'm going to try to go through. They might stop me because I have my backpack on. And the biggest reason I have my backpack on is because of my water. I got to stay hydrated out here, especially if I'm going to do this for a couple of hours. Let me just see what it looks like over on this side. It looks like maybe people are getting to go into the building right now. So if that's the case, then I may actually have to go in, but I don't know if I'll be able to go, like, stay live in there. You know what I mean? Because I don't know what the situation is in there. If it's standing area or seating, I honestly don't know. But I do know it's indoor. It's fine. We'll just hang out here for a bit. I'll show you guys all these flags out here. The merch. Beautiful day, and if you're just tuning in, we're in Eau Claire, Wisconsin, not far from the Twin Cities. It was like an hour drive for me, a little over an hour. And JD Vance is going to be speaking at 4:30 today, which is 3 hours from now, but I still wanted to get out here and document the line. I actually got out here at a good time to catch the line before they went in. I almost wish they would have just not opened it up until like 2:30, just because then the line could form longer. And well. Please give it a thumbs up if you haven't already. And if you're new, subscribe to this channel. Hit the bell notification so you don't miss a live stream. Let me flip this camera around so y'all can see. I'm wearing that classic red, that classic Make America Great Again hat. I remember in 2017 when I first really started to dig into politics, and I was paying attention to what narratives were out there. And then, that's when I first realized propaganda is real. How do we know propaganda is real, guys? Because half the country has been convinced that Make America Great Again is a bad thing. Why? Because because Donald Trump said it, of course. Never mind the fact that Bill Clinton literally said, "Make America Great Again." Ronald Reagan is the one who coined the term "Make America Great Again." And Donald Trump just used it as a campaign strategy. And yet half the country, when they hear the phrase "Make America Great Again," they get triggered. They've made it a buzzword. They've got people programmed like Pavlov's dogs to respond to that stimulus in a negative way. Like, oh, "Make America Great Again" means a bad thing. It means they want racism back. They want slavery. Never mind, the Democrats are the ones who own slaves. You just can't make it up, man. But that's how you know we have propaganda, for sure. Gosh, it's pretty windy out here. I hope it's not too choppy for you guys. Hope you can actually hear me. Without the breeze, it'd be kind of spicy out here. Anyways, yeah, "Make America Great Again." And so, like, that's what made me want to get the MAGA hat, guys. Is like, "Make America Great Again" is not a bad thing. If you're an American citizen, wouldn't you want your country to be great? You know, it's funny, the left, they really hated patriotism until it was convenient. Now, at Kamala's events, they have American flags flying. People are all of a sudden patriotic because they probably got tired of the blowback of seeming like they hated the country, which we know that they do. At least the left politicians, they always talk about how America is incurably racist, and it's sustained it's in America's DNA, right? Slavery and racism is in America's DNA. Is it really? Is that why we elected 2 times the first ever black president? Really? Okay, so America is the only majority white country to elect a non-white leader. I'll repeat that. America is the only majority white country to twice elect, not just once elect, twice elect a non-white leader, a non-white president. You can't name another white country that has elected a minority. And yet America's racist. See, the left, they always just want to deny the history of the country. They deny any of the progress that America has made because it goes against their narrative that America sucks and needs to be radically reshaped, right? I'm just walking back to the car, guys, right now. I'm debating dropping off my... Okay, there's a line over there inside. I am debating dropping off my water bottle and backpack so that I can go inside for a little bit, because this rally's not going to happen for another 3 hours. I think they're letting people in the building around 2, maybe. I can't tell if people are going inside or not, but there's a line outside of the actual event, which you can't really see because it's all the way in there. I may just hang out in the front until I make it decisive at the moment. So just kind of walking through this parking lot. I feel like when I'm walking, my thoughts flow a lot more freely, you know. But the "Make America Great Again" thing, I didn't experience overt racism ever in my life. Never experienced overt racism until I put this hat on. So what does that tell you? Right? They tell you America's so racist, they hate black people, they hate minorities. Number one, why are all the minorities from different countries trying to come here? Isn't that reason enough to close the border to keep them safe? You can Swiss cheese their arguments pretty easily. But I didn't experience racism until I put on the MAGA hat and I had white people who hate Trump tell me I'm a race traitor. I've been called an Uncle Tom by white people who hate Trump. I've been called coon. I've been called sellout. I've been told I'm stupid and that I don't know what's best for me. I'm basically just insulting my intelligence for having the audacity to think for myself. And it lit a fire under me to where I would wear this hat everywhere I went in Florida. This is where it all happened at. But I was told by the state-run media that it is Donald Trump and his supporters that are against me and will not accept me and all these other things that they spew. But see, the left, they say, what about the lived experience of our minority population? Well, my lived experience is I haven't experienced any racism until, like I said, until I didn't support the narrative. that, black people got to support the Democrats. And you know what? For the most part, that narrative is like all but dead. It really is, because the black people that still support Democrats just don't see it. They don't want to see it. They either don't see it or they don't want to. They're in denial. And they're like, what? Democrats are the best thing for us, right? Or they're just partisan, Beautiful flag. This one says, make votes count again. Give it a thumbs up if you haven't. Like the stream, if you would. If you're new, subscribe, hit that notification so you don't miss a live stream or a video. When I found out that this event was going on, and it was like an hour and some from my house, I immediately knew I was coming to it, because I've been kind of itching for these kind of events, this kind of content to bring you guys, because this is my strength. Really, it is leaning into my strength. This is what got me discovered by Right Side, was going to these events and documenting the line, providing commentary, interviewing people. And there's just not enough events nearby that I can go to. I would love to fly to one of Trump's rallies if I could go to Pennsylvania. It's just finances aren't really working out that way right now, especially with a newborn at home. So I gotta take what I can get. And coming over to Wisconsin today was a no-brainer. Now, I did say about 10 minutes ago that I've been following the Harris-Walz campaign to see if they have any events, so I could go and document that line. Of course, I would go undercover. I don't want to be confrontational at those rallies. That's not the objective at all. If anything, I just want to blend in, so that way I can get close enough to ask questions, and really just kind of go undercover, right? Undercover journalism. That's what I want to do. But I can't find any events on their website. None. They are so secretive about where this woman's going to be, and I want to go and document it, right? Her or Tim Walz. It's funny. Tim Walz will go and do events now, and you hear about them the day they're happening or after it happened. Tim Walz will go to these rural areas to try to campaign, but we know that it's just pandering, because in his own state, Minnesota, this was after the 2022 re-election of him. In an interview, he said, they asked him, what do you have to say about the red areas of the state that you didn't do so well in? He said, oh yeah, those areas of the state, it's just a bunch of rocks and cows. I mean, he's not wrong about it being rural, and there are definitely rocks and cows, but you know what? Where there's cows, there's people. There's people in the area of Minnesota. And he basically flipped him the bird to say, I don't care about them. I campaign in Minneapolis, St. Paul. I don't care about those rural areas. It's just rocks and cows. I don't need to pander to those people. I don't need their votes. And now that they need it, he'll campaign in rural America. Probably not in Minnesota, but he'll campaign out here. Phony fraud. Speaking of Tim Walz, why does that guy look like he just did some blow every time he goes to one of these rallies? Arms up, flailing, weirdo. The irony, calling JD Vance weird, but this guy's waving at nobody, jumping up. I swear, it looks like something out of a movie, like Wolf of Wall Street or something. Like this dude is, snorting that booger sugar. I don't know. It's just weird. Him and his wife, dude. Like, you see that event with her the other day where she's like, turn the page, talking to all those, talking to that audience like they're 6 years old. I mean, it's just, they talk down to people, guys. I wouldn't stand for that. They talk down to people. They change their dialect depending on where they are. We're supposed to believe that's authentic. Kamala Harris puts on a fake Southern accent to go speak in Detroit. Detroit, Michigan, the northern part of the country. She puts on a Southern accent. Make that make sense. Anyhow, I'm going to show you guys, cars are coming in. We got a ways to go before. I don't even think they're, according to the email I got from the campaign, They're not letting people in the building until like 2 o'clock. But they opened the gate to let the lines in, to let the line that was formed out here inside. So there's a whole line of people inside there, but you got to go through a gate to get in there. There's obviously more people showing up now. But yeah, this parking lot should probably be at full capacity. In fact, they probably are going to have people park over there, depending on how quickly this fills up. I just love being out here with all these flags. Beautiful day, September 17th, 2024. How many days until the election? Anybody know? I lost track of the countdown. Last I saw was like 54. It's gotta be 50, 51, 50. Tell me, let me know. Oh, do we got any trolls in the chat too? Democrats supported by billionaire lefties. I mean, they got the whole corporate media machine behind them. The entire establishment. Taylor Swift. These people are so phony, you guys. It's so easy to see through. Taylor Swift, after the debate, she goes, I did my research and I decided that I want to cast my vote for whatever she said in there. I support Kamala Harris and Tim Walz. I've carefully thought about this. No, you didn't, Taylor Swift. Shut up. She knew she was going to release that statement. She knew she was going to support them. She never needed to do any, air quotes, research. She was going to shill for the Democrats from the beginning. We knew this. But she wants her supporters to think that, oh, I was weighing the decision. You know, I couldn't decide between Kamala Harris and Donald Trump until I did my research, and now I think I'm going to go with Kamala Harris, like she wasn't planning that all along. They think their supporters are very stupid, and maybe some of them are. Some of them definitely are. Some of them know the game, they just don't care. You know what I mean? You don't think people on the left know that debate was rigged, that debate was biased? There's a lot of people that know that are going to vote for Kamala anyway. The thing is, they just don't care. They don't care because their political tribe is, they see that as a win. And when you're partisan, you don't really care. You don't care. And that's why I said there's different types of Kamala voters. There are partisans, like I just described. This is the vote blue no matter who. There's the anybody but Trump crowd, people with Trump derangement syndrome. These are people that fall for the propaganda, fall for the lies, people that think make America great again means something bad for them. So there's people that hate Trump. There's the single issue voters, right? Voting based on one particular issue. This would be your people who are like obsessed with abortion, like abortion, it has to be legal. Like that's one particular voter. And then the vast majority, in my opinion, the vast majority of people that are going to vote for Kamala are the low information voters. And this is who she's campaigning to. These are the people that eat up anything that she puts in the trough, right? These are the sheeple. It's true. I don't say it to be mean. I say it because it's true, you guys. These are the people that are like, oh my gosh, she's going to bring back joy. She's talking about a new way forward. I've seen so many of these man on the street interviews where, you know, just a citizen journalist goes out in a liberal area like California, big cities, and they're asking people, are you voting Trump or Kamala? And for the people that are voting Kamala, they're like, why are you voting Kamala? Like, I just feel like she did a good job as vice president. I really think she'll bring us together. I really like what she stands for. And they're like, well, what does she stand for? And then the person's usually like, I don't have time to do this interview anymore. They immediately want to shut down when you ask them to think critically and answer concretely why they support her. They cannot do it. That's the low information voter. And if you could do a man on the street video and find like 15 of those people in one little concentrated area, that tells you That is the largest voting base that the Democrats have. And they know that. That's why they don't want to provide any more information that would make those people change their mind or think more critically or, God forbid, turn to Trump. They know that. The media knows that. Celebrities like Taylor Swift know that. They know that the less people know about Kamala Harris, the more likely they are to vote for her. The truth is stranger than fiction, guys. That's backwards, by the way. You should only vote for somebody if you actually know what they stand for. And if their policies make sense for you, but they don't do it, they vote their feelings. They vote on emotions. They make emotional arguments. They make emotional decisions. And they keep fear-mongering, right? Fear-mongering. Oh, Donald Trump is going to be a dictator on day one. Donald Trump is going to sign a national abortion ban. Yeah, wouldn't that be nice? I'm to the right of Trump, far right of Trump on abortion. I don't think a state should have a right to decide if a baby gets to live or die. And I know a lot of you disagree with that, but if we agree that that abortion is murder, why do we say that states have a right to decide somebody's death? It's something we got to get to. Yes, we should convince people at the state level. I hear that argument, right? To pass statewide. But if it were me and, I heard that Donald Trump was going to sign a national abortion ban on day one, I'd be all for it for that reason. But anyway, the fear-mongering, that's what I was getting to, is they just fear-monger about Trump. They fear-monger about policies. They fear-monger about what he's going to do. As if people didn't already live through 4 years of his presidency, and guess what? They survived. In fact, they were better off. They have to fear-monger. Guys, if you just tuned in, we are at the J.D. Vance rally, which isn't starting for 3 hours, in Eau Claire, Wisconsin. They opened the gate so people could go inside. I don't know if people are in the actual event center yet. I do plan on going in there. I just want to be out here and just kind of document people that are going in. You got your merch over here. You know what I noticed, guys? Getting sidetracked here a little bit. Anytime I come to one of these Donald Trump events and I see a merch tent, I see black people selling that merch. 9 times out of 10, it's black people selling that merch. You know what that means to me? They're benefiting from capitalism. They're directly benefiting from the system that the left says holds minorities down and only benefits white people. Now, are they millionaires, corporate millionaires? Probably not. But they found a hustle, a legal, legit hustle that works for them. And I support that. How could you not support that? I just think that's incredible. I just think it's incredible. And it's something I noticed from the very first Trump rally I went to, which was back in 2017. I just love it. Capitalism, man. People capitalizing on this. Got lots of hats and shirts, stickers, lanyards. What's up, man? How you doing?
Good, how you?
Good. Making some money out here?
Yeah, pretty good.
Yeah. Do you travel around, or are you just local here?
Travel.
Yeah. That's what's up, man. I'm live right now on YouTube, just talking to people about, the country and things like that. And I said, I went to my first Trump rally in 2017. And I didn't know anything about Trump supporters, anything. One of the first things I saw was black people selling merch like this. And I thought to myself, I'm like, you know what? This is black people benefiting from capitalism, something that Democrats say is bad and holds minorities down. Isn't that kind of funny how that works? It's crazy. Are you from this part of the country?
I got my hat.
Like
No,
Wisconsin?
Not this state, no, not this state.
Oh, which state?
South Carolina.
Okay. That's a pretty red state. Huh.
Who are you filming for?
Just myself. I have a YouTube channel.
That's what I said. He said, how can you talk that long?
Oh,
He
yeah.
said,
I got just under 100 people watching right now.
Oh, live.
Yeah, live. I'm live on YouTube.
Cool.
What's that?
That's great.
Yeah, I wanted to document the line. I thought that the line would still be out here, but they let people in. I used to go to Trump rallies and document the line, like, miles around the road. And yeah, I did the Trump rally in St. Cloud, Minnesota back in July. Got like 60,000 views on it. People wanted to see it. There's not a lot of people to document it.
Do you make money from that?
Yeah, it's monetized, and people give donations.
Okay,
And
okay. Well, I did take a still of the line before they went in. I don't
Yeah.
know if you can incorporate it into your thing, but anyway.
you can email it to me. I got here about
Okay,
12:30.
Okay, yeah.
But if you find Mike Nificent on YouTube,
Okay.
there's links in the description that have my email, my social media. It's just like Magnificent, except Mike. It's just a YouTube channel, Mike Nificent.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm live right now, so just documenting the line. Talking to you. We're live in front of people right now.
You're not filming us.
No, it's facing that way. So I was filming everything. Yeah.
We're celebrities.
I wish. If you were celebrities, that means I got that big of an audience. We need this, though. This needs to be on national TV.
Yes, it does.
I did have a house on HGTV though.
You did?
Lakefront Bargain Hunters.
Really?
So I'm kind of a celebrity.
I never saw that show. Oh.
I mean, I'm not kidding. It's real, but I'm not a celebrity. But yeah.
Oh, they just
I
kind of
decorate
like.
houses. I stage. Yeah.
Oh,
And
very
so
cool.
They did a house in New Auburn that I got to do.
Nice.
It was fun. So that's my.
So you do
thing.
staging. Do you do interior?
I do it all that. Yes. Thanks, Mike.
Yeah,
I have a question.
that's awesome.
We'll keep it up.
Are you from Wisconsin, or did you
I'm
drive?
from Eau Claire. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I drove over from the Twin Cities.
Okay.
Wanted to document.
We wouldn't hold that against you.
Oh, you know what? I think Minnesota can turn red. I really do. If you think about it, Hillary only won it by a point in 2016. Kamala's at least as unpopular as her. Plus, Tim Walz doesn't move the needle for Kamala. It's closer now than it was in 2020
And
under
they're
Biden.
feeling it more and more. And that's
They're
what
feeling it.
comes down.
And he described the rural areas of Minnesota as a bunch of rocks and cows. Yet, because they need to win the White House, he's campaigning in all the rural areas now.
Well, keep up your work.
Oh,
Keep
yeah.
those undecided young voters to watch your channel.
Oh, yeah.
right?
Absolutely. Thank you.
Turned some knobs to see which circuit wasn't working. So I thought I'm pretty.
All right. Guys, hit the like button if you have not yet. Give it a thumbs up, please. Give it a thumbs up so we can get more viewers. And if you're new, subscribe. Hit the bell notification so you don't miss a live stream or any content. Let me dive into this chat really quick. America's Dairyland, Wisconsin. Best cheese curds I ever tasted. I didn't even know what a cheese curd was until I moved to Minnesota.
A day like today. One. If you look up there, it's about the same.
Oh, the Driftless Iowan said selling Chinese merch. Are you talking about these shirts out here? It's possible, yeah. But you know what? Those Chinese shirts have been repurposed to show a message. Now, of course, you want everything to be made in America, but I'm willing to bet you got some in your house that came from China. So unless you're getting rid of it, to find something that's made in America, which is going to be very hard to replace everything in your house that came from China, why even bring it up? Why even mention it? Let these people sell their merch out here. All this merch promotes America. Do you think China wants that? Yeah. Jumping back into the live chat. Kelly Song said, Mike, I've been following you since you were on RSB, and I appreciate you supporting me this long. Some of you guys were supporting me even before Right Side. That was really cool to have my day one supporters go over to Right Side. A lot of people didn't know about Right Side. A lot of people did, but a lot of people didn't in the early parts of 2020 when I joined Right Side. And I had subscribers that went over there. Of course, I gained a ton of subscribers after going there, but yeah, a lot of people have been following me since I had like 13 subs. And that's since, middle of 2017. So it's about 1:45 here. People are still arriving. And from the looks of inside there, I think people have actually gone into the building. Because at this point, if they were lined up outside, they would be there would be a line coming out here. So not exactly what I was hoping for. I wanted the line to be out here, but nonetheless, still bringing you the content, guys. Let me see. Did I lose you guys? I feel like the live stream just cut out. Oh man. Well, we're back on live now. YouTube like shut down. I had to. Thankful I didn't lose the stream altogether. Hey Mike, do I need proof of a ticket to show up? No, you don't. You don't. You never do. I think they try to get like people to register for the event so they can try to get a head count, but I just registered for this event because I wanted to know what the parking situation was. They do say that if you are planning on coming, you do need a printout to put in your dashboard, or you can just show them the email, basically showing that you did sign up and register for the event. If you don't have that, I feel like they would still let you in. I think it's more so for the parking. But yeah, you can definitely come to this. And that's true of all the events. And like I was saying a little bit ago, it's just wild to me that Kamala Harris thinks so little of her supporters that she can't even find her events. If you wanted to go to a Kamala Harris event, how do you even find it? You go to her website, there's nothing. Nothing. It barely got policies on there. Right? But they got that donation button right there. As soon as you click on the website, funny how that works, right? Is the wind really bad? I don't know what to do, guys. I can't change the wind. Can't change Mother Nature. Can't change Mother Nature, you know. Unless, of course, we pass the Green New Deal, then that will, you know, lower the temperature by like 0.2 degrees over the next 40 years. Anyhow. You didn't get the chance to sign up. I think you could still come though. I really do. Cindy said, I've been following you since you lost your precious pup. Yeah, that was a tough time for me. That was 2020, right? Go figure, that happened in the worst year for most people. That was probably one of the worst years of my life, honestly, but it was also one of the best years of my life. Bought my first house, got married. No, I technically got married just before 2020, but that whole time was a blur. But you know, obviously 2020 was not great for a lot of people. Yeah, been 4 years now. Yeah, I can definitely tell somebody's a day one supporter if they remember that. Signal is getting wonky, wind is getting gusty. Yeah, I'm sorry. Like I said at the beginning of the stream, I don't have that strong of a signal out here. I also don't have control over the wind. I don't have a wind guard, so I apologize if it's cutting out and it's choppy and windy. There's not much I can do about that, guys. Maybe there is a wind guard I can invest in. I don't know. If you happen to know where if you happen to know of a wind guard that will work on a smartphone, I would love to get one. At this point, I feel like it's windy every time I go somewhere. I'll just try to cup it with my hand and see if that helps. Luciano says, damn near everything is made in China. For real. what's the point of even bringing that up, right? That, oh, the stuff is made in China. Yeah, try to avoid it. Try to avoid having something that's not made in China or something that is made in China. Who even said that? The driftless island. How's the sound now, guys? I'm not even really getting the live chat coming in, but I do have my hand cupped over the bottom of the phone where the microphone is to see if that helps. Just give me a thumbs up if that's helping a little bit. The wind has picked up. It's good. Thank you for covering this event. Oh yeah, absolutely. Hello. Luciano, it's good? Okay. Yeah, we lost quite a bit of followers or viewers at that time. The stream kind of died down. I think the quality, the signal quality, and then the wind. You can hear me loud now. JD was just in Michigan. Yeah, he's gonna be here at 4:30 Central Time for this rally, where people are already inside. Here, look at me from the camera. You guys can see. The event center's up there. Yeah, you can hear me well because I've got the microphone covered. And I am gonna look for some kind of microphone shield or something. But when you're on a smartphone, there's not a lot you can do with it. But anyway, the event center is up there. They let people in about 30 minutes ago. But they were lined up to about the street over there. Let me see. Yeah, we're in Eau Claire, Wisconsin. For those wondering. Not far from Minneapolis, St. Paul, maybe about an hour and 15 minutes, hour and 20 minutes. Very close. These guys came from South Carolina to sell merch up here. They travel. I'll get a look at some of these shirts. Voting for the convicted. I like these shirts right here. Those are nice. That's a funny one. That's a good one. Iconic right there. Kind of crazy they're blaming Trump for his assassination attempt. You know, guys, MSNBC is actually by far the worst of all of the propaganda networks that need to tone down the rhetoric. I mean, I saw a clip last night where Hillary Clinton basically called for people who spread what she deems as misinformation, which is basically people who she doesn't agree with, conservatives. She called for those people to be jailed, essentially, held accountable by the law. Kamala Harris wants to rein in big tech, go after Elon Musk if she wins. So it's not a conspiracy theory that they want to end the First Amendment. They do. Then I saw Joy Reid and someone else on there saying it's not just Trump that's despicable to supporters. He's going to end democracy on day one. Give me a break. Why don't you talk about what Kamala Harris hasn't done since day one, which was back in 2021. Got more people showing up. Hey, if you haven't already, guys, give it a thumbs up. Give it a thumbs up. Let's get the likes up. Likes. Zach P, that's your hometown. You should be here unless you don't live here anymore. Or unless you gotta work or something. Gosh, I'm sorry the wind is so bad, guys. I'm covering it as best I can. And the signal's not very good. Not a lot I can do about that. We're just documenting out here the merch, people showing up. You know, I'm used to showing the line. That line is already inside. I mean, people got here pretty early. I'm gonna bet people got here when the parking lot opened, which was like 10 a.m. Sounds okay now, Pam? Okay. Wonder why Hillary doesn't run again. Are we to believe Kakala has a better chance at winning? You know they gotta cheat to win. That's why they want the border open. It's true. They don't want voter ID. You had to show an ID to get into the DNC, but not to vote. There's only one reason why they don't want people to have to show an ID to vote. One reason. So they can cheat. Thank you for the super chat, John. I appreciate you, sir. God bless. Let's celebrate their third super on a live stream. Scrolling back up for a little bit. I'm glad you guys can hear me loud and clear. Like I said, if you're wondering where all the people are, they went inside already. And there are more people arriving. You know, I didn't really know what to expect coming to this event. Just because it's not a Trump event. It's not going to, you're not going to have lines around the block. I do think that the closer we get to the election and they start blitzing and they're doing multiple per day, I think there's going to be a lot more people. I remember in 2020, even Karen Pence was getting like bigger lines than Joe Biden in Florida when they were campaigning back then. So I really do think there's going to be bigger lines going forward. Anyhow, guys, I think I've covered all the big topics. I mean, the cats in Ohio thing, Haitians eat. I feel like at this point it's just a distraction to talk about. They're eating the dogs, they're eating the cats. I mean, I love that the immigration topic is front and center, but the specific aspect of are they eating dogs and cats, it feels to me like it's just now a distraction. And a lot of people are distracted from the broader point, which is immigration is a significant issue, and you can't just drop off 20,000 people who are here illegally, unvetted, unchecked. We don't know their history, right? From a third world country, we don't know if they have certain diseases, if they're, you know, there's a lot to it. This doesn't make sense. Nobody can convince me it makes sense. And if the left thinks it makes sense, why don't they want it in their neighborhoods? You know, all the celebrities like your community. John Legend. Oh, you don't want to do that. Okay. Go figure. I just think immigration is a huge issue. that people need to be talking about. You know, just let them keep saying it. Like now they're trying to say, oh, JD Vance made that up. He made it up. He didn't make it up. You can hear exactly what he said. His constituents told him about the problem, and he used it to create the narrative that this is Kamala Harris's crisis, which it is. So yes, he created the narrative around it, talking points around it. Which, by the way, that's politics. Narratives. That one happens to be factual. She's part of the current administration. She's on camera saying that, bragging that she granted them temporary protective status. That's her. But she doesn't want to own it. If it's a good policy, why not own it? Why deny it? Why run from it? Why is the media denying it if it's a good policy? Two o'clock. Go back to the bottom of the chat. Yeah, we should be more concerned. I agree with you, Jennifer. We should be more concerned that those Haitians are being given driver's licenses when that's basically all you need to vote. I mean, a lot of them are, yeah, they're getting driver's licenses. They're getting taxpayer-funded benefits. Heard about debit cards, vouchers for apartments, vouchers for food. What American thinks that's good policy? What? Clearly, that's a rhetorical question, because there are a lot of Americans that think that that is great policy, or they're just not thinking critically at all about being put last. How does it make sense to drop off 20,000 Haitian migrants, which, by the way, a lot of these countries, I'm just going to say it, they're culturally incompatible with American culture. It's true. Culturally incompatible. They just did that. I feel like they just did that, dropped them off in Ohio to punish Ohio residents for voting Republican. And not only voting Republican in a significant margin where Democrats don't even campaign there anymore. Remember when Ohio used to be a bellwether state? Ohio and Iowa both went extremely red in 2020. They keep trending to the right, just like Florida. States that used to be battlegrounds, states that used to be swing states, now are voting further right each election. They're mad about that. They want to fight back. The only way they can fight back is, you know, import the third world, import new voters. Make no mistake about this, guys. If people crossing the border were voting Republican, Democrats would have built that wall a long time ago. The evidence says if you're not holding a MAGA accountable for anything, then you're not going to hold anyone accountable. I don't know if that was aimed at me or somebody else. Anyhow, yeah, I know it's buffering, guys. It's not what I was hoping for. So I apologize for that. Between the wind, the signal, and the fact that the line is already kind of inside, it's not making for the best optics other than just flags out here. So I probably will shut this down, guys, unfortunately. I know you guys want to still see stuff, you want to hear commentary. It's just, like I said, the signal, the wind, there's no line out here. Can't really interview people unless I go inside, and I'm not going to go inside the event, so I might as well shut it down. Yes, but I will say this, if you guys can even still hear me with this poor signal in the wind, if you have not yet, please subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell notification so you don't miss a live stream. Hit the like button too. Please, please get the likes up on this. Get the likes up, share. Follow me on social media. Really just Twitter is all I really use at this point. But the links are in the description. If you want to email me, if you want to send me an article, anything you want me to cover, that is in the description as well. MikeNificent813@gmail.com. Shout out to the moderators. Shout out to the subs. I appreciate everyone tuning in today. I'm going to cut this short, guys, but I appreciate you. God bless you. I'll catch you in the next stream.